welcome to Bas Rutten's Lethal Street Fighting Self-Defense System. Let me tell you first that I've been around. I've been a bouncer for many, many years, and I've been fighting in the ring, as you know. So I know my things. All the techniques that I'm going to show you today, they actually work. I use them, so you can use them too. My first thing that I want to tell you is to keep your eyes on your opponent. Always, never look away from your opponent. Because if you look away, you cannot see the glass coming, or the hit, or the baseball bat, or what about a shin kick in the head? No, keep your eyes open so at least you can go with the punch. This is very important. Also, I want you to look at his hands. What is he carrying in his hands? Is he holding a beer bottle? Is he drinking a beer? Hey, that's a weapon right there, because he can hit the beer bottle on your head. Is he drinking a nice little soda? Hey, that's a weapon too, because he can crush it and stab it in your face. And now, with this set being like talking to you for 2 minutes, if you didn't see me holding this knife, you could have been dead, my friend, because I can play the innocent person. I can say, look, sir, I really don't want anything of this. And I go, whoop, like this, and I slit your throat, and it's over and out. Okay? With this said, keep your eyes open. Look what he's carrying in his hands. Very important. We're going to start. Get ready. Okay. And here we are. We are in a happening place, so you will hear background music and noises, but pay attention to me, that is, and not to the people singing in the back or the cars on the street. Okay? Now, let's go. There are many weapons that you can use. Weapons, I should say. I call them weapons. A glass. Very dangerous. You can stab it right in front of somebody's face. Then we have, of course, the pepper and salt. Now, if you have the time to screw this thing off underneath the table and you put the pepper in your hand, you can throw it at him and then you can attack. It can blind him, okay, at least for a little bit. The salt thing, nothing really is going to happen, but it's a nice little thing to hold in your hand and punch the guy with, or just throw it at him as a defense so that he blocks and you attack right away with a right, straight, left hook and all the finishing combinations from the Bas Rutten's Big Book of Combat. Now this, what can you do with this? Would you say? Same thing. Distraction. Throw it and it will work. This thing, very violent. Pick off the cap. This is metal, ladies and gentlemen, and this is metal. You can now punch and you can hit and you can stab it like this. That's a great weapon right here. Okay? You won't break your knuckles, by the way, because you're holding something. This is a very strong weapon. Now, also a very strong weapon, and that happened one time in a restaurant when I was eating. I saw a waiter putting some hot sauce on somebody's foot, and he dropped one little drop of hot sauce into his eye, in the eye from the customer. And the guy was screaming from pain. It didn't work. So if you have the chance, well, unbutton this thing and square it into his face. Better yet, square it on your fingers, and the first confrontation with him, smear it in his eyes. Okay, those are the weapons. Come with me. We have a little bit more. Of course, a nice little plate. What can a plate do? I can throw it to you again, but I can also break it, and now it's a stabbing device. This is porcelain. It will have sharp edges, and it can cut your throat. You can cut people with it. Very dangerous. Watch out for that. Of course, the bottle of beer. Now, I want to tell you, if you break the bottle first, that's not going to work. I tried this one time in a fight of myself. I was on the street. I took 2 beer bottles because we were fighting like 7 guys. And I broke them, and they broke off all the way in here. So I had only the little pieces. And we started laughing real loud, and everybody was backing up because they thought, what is he doing? But it doesn't work. But if you break the bottle on his head, that will work for sure. Okay? You can also stab it, of course. Oh, look at this. Now this is a very dangerous weapon right here. This is where they put the receipts on. You know, the waiters. Yeah, I don't need to tell you what you can do with this thing. Okay, hey, look at this. Now this is a big one. Crush it in the face, throw it in and attack right away. Combinations follow. It's a great weapon. And of course, with everything said, we have the bar stool. This, later on, is going to be very effective, especially if somebody is pulling a knife. Now you can hold him away from you and you can throw it at him. And while you throw it at him and he's defending, again you can go for the groin, right, straight, left hook. You can follow it up with everything we have. All right. Ranges of combat, very important. We have close range, we have the range, punching range, we got kicking range, we got a far away range, but the most important one, the first one I want to talk to you about is the range that somebody comes up to you in your face. And while he's standing here, I want you to put your hands here right away, like you're just listening at him, because you understand that if you don't stand like this and suddenly he headbutts you, you're going to get caught. Or suddenly he gets a glass and puts it in your face, you're going to get caught too. Your hand is here, headbutt comes, you can block it. No problem at all. Also, what I would suggest you to do is I do always this. I'm talking to the guy like this. I always have my head a little bit forward. If he headbutts me now, only thing I have to do this. What happens with him, if he does this and he headbutts me and I do this, he will hit his own nose because I'm going to step in. I'm going to hit his face, which is going to hurt him a lot. Right away after that, dang, and it's finished. So here we go with the partner. Now, actually, he's my attacker, but he's my partner. Let me introduce him first. Amir Ranavardi, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to help me out with this. He's going to look mean, but he's a nice guy, okay? No, like I told you before, he's coming up to me, keep your hands here. Because if he suddenly would headbutt or something, and he come, boom, I can stop the headbutt. And like I said, I like to always talk to people like this, but keep your eyes on him. If he headbutts now, oh, that is going to hurt him, and he's going to get caught. Right after that, of course, I follow up, bang, 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 and I finish the whole situation. So keep your hands here, be prepared, because I'm telling you one more time, if your hands are down, and he suddenly comes, he can boom, and then he can start punching me down. Okay, here we go. We're standing in this position. This position, I can also deliver, bang, headbutt out of nothing. Or what about standing, loading up a little bit with your left shoulder? See what I'm doing? Boom, that's the left elbow right there. And what about the kick in the groin? Everybody underestimates the kick in the groin. Man, if you want to win a street fight, boom, that's the first thing to do. The guy goes down, you can do pretty much anything with him, what you want to do. Okay, let's see this with an opponent, because I want to show you also the bar punch fight. Because pretty much 95% of the people on the street, they will hit you with this big right hand. The only thing you have to do is go back and counter with a right straight. Let's take a look at all these little things that I showed you with my partner, Amir. And remember that I told you the barroom punch, aka the haymaker. Let's see how it looks when he throws that one. Because 95% of the people, like I told you before, are using this fight on the street. They're drunk and they come with that big haymaker. This is the only thing you have to do. Step to the side, he's gonna miss, and boom, connect with the right straight. It is that easy. If I can tell you a number how many people I knocked out on the street as a bouncer with this punch, it's phenomenal. It always works. Everybody comes in with a lot of anger because they're drunk, and again they swing and they go back, let them miss, boom, right straight, right on the button. So keep your eyes open, hit the jaw. End of story. Let me explain to you something about the haymaker, okay? They're not punching a right straight. You see, a right straight goes straight forward. No, they punch like this. It's kind of a overhook. It's like kind of a throw punch that they make. Now, if you step a little bit to the side, watch. If I punch him and I make a right straight and he goes backwards, he can go backwards whatever he wants. I'm still going to hit him. But if I throw my punch in a curve and he goes back this far, I'm going to miss him already. And there, bang, and God knows what he's going to do to me after that. Okay? So a right straight goes straight forward. Never hit like this, what all the drunk people do, because they're drunk, they're off balance, and you pinpoint your punches. Make sure it's straight on the jaw so you don't hurt your hand, because if you hit the skull, you might break your hand, and you're going to have the worse than him. He's going to be KO'd, but you broke your hand. Okay, so maybe even when you really want to be safe, and he throws a haymaker, and he's going to be all the way here down, maybe you want to boom, palm striking on the head. Okay, so there's no chance of breaking your hand. Okay, and of course we have the ambience, which we can use. And I show you what I mean with that. Now, I was standing like this and talking to the guy, and suddenly, boom, a headbutt. Bang, follow up with a headbutt. Boom, knee to the head. And look what we got here. Smack his face into the ambience of the place. Another one. He stands here, we're standing like that, and we start, boom, right elbow, bang, right straight, maybe now the headbutt comes, knee to the face, and again, I can throw him against this wall, and maybe step back and kick him against the head. You have to understand, it's a street fight. Try to avoid the confrontation. If you cannot avoid it, you take the confrontation. I don't believe in an eye for an eye, I believe in 2 eyes for an eye, but that's just me. Another one, the groin kick. We're standing and we're talking, boom, kick the groin, boom, and there's the knee again. And from here you can knee him to the head, on the side, you can kick him to the head, you can pretty much do anything, front kick, anything you want to do. Use the ambience, take a chair, hit the chair, anything, the world is yours. Okay, now your opponent grabs a weapon. He sees the beer bottle. Whoa, dangerous. Get out of the way. Create distance and grab a chair. Now this is a mighty weapon because you can slam it into his face. You can stab with it. And the best thing that I would do, which I'm not going to do right now, is I would throw it at him. And while I throw it at him, I would kick him in the groin, boom, right straight. And then just because he wanted to break this bottle on my head, I'm probably going to bounce his head on the table 10 times or something. Don't you ever do this. Same thing can happen with a knife, of course. You know, suddenly he clicks out a knife. This is dangerous. You do not want to stand here. Because a knife, I think, is one of the most dangerous weapons there is. More dangerous than a gun, I think. That is, if the guy with the gun stands far away from you, then a gun is more dangerous. But if a guy with a gun stands on this range, I will show you later in the self-defense how to get away that gun. And that's way more simple than a knife. A knife confrontation, I do not want to go. Okay? So again, I got back up and I got to use something and grab this. And again, I can stab because now my reach is longer than his reach. He can never stab me. He can never reach me. See, never, ever. So I'm going to stab him in his face. Boom, here, boom. I'm going to keep going. Bang! Until I maybe kick in the way and kick and hit the thing. As long as necessary till he goes down and it's the end of the story. Okay, now, that's a dangerous knife right there because it's my knife. And I pick always the dangerous knife. And I'm in a dangerous position right now. I have something against my back. I cannot run away. I can go to the side, but if he attacks fast, I got to do something. So when he comes in, boom, front kick. Why a front kick? The leg is longer than the arm. If he would stab me from above, boom, same thing. And from this moment on, you go straight, keep your eyes, grab the chair again, and this situation we already did. Now, in this situation, it's going to be more difficult. If he stands closer to me, and he's got the knife like this, and he's going to stab. Now, I have to go forward. This is a situation I'd rather be not in, because this is very dangerous. Because this block could also be in your forearm. That's why block at least like this, so they don't like this, because everybody knows this is the main artery. Remember the doctor, if they feel your pulse, that's the one. This one is going to get caught. You can actually win the fight. You get spray blood in his face, and then you can go over with punches. Very dangerous. So block it this way. He's going to get the bone, okay? But I rather don't go in it. But you have to. You cannot choose. You have to confront the confrontation. So I take the knife. I break it and elbow at the same time. Now I want to control, because maybe he's going to stab multiple times. I don't want to have that too. He also can do this and this and this. I don't want to have that. Right away, I boom, elbow, and at the same time, I'm going to grab him. I'm going to swing him around, just so you can see what I can do with him. And I'm going to start kneeing him in the head until he's down. And even, there's the ambience again. Boom, throw him in there. Okay? But control the knife. That's the weapon. Now, pay close attention. He stabs. Boom! Simultaneously, the elbow in the head. Go around, grab his wrist, grab your own wrist, and bend his arm. When you bend his arm, I control him. You see? I control him totally. Knee in the head, I can bounce him against the wall, everything I want to do. But this is the way you hold and control his wrist with a weapon. Now, this is a situation I picked up from my Krav Maga friends, and I'm going to show you this situation. By the way, Krav Maga has way more ways to defend knives, knife attacks, weapon attacks. So I suggest you to go to their site, www.kravmaga.com. They know a lot of things. I show you only one thing that they showed me, and I'm going to try to show you as good as possible. Now you see, we switched the knife around. We're not going to take any risk, okay? Now, the arm that he doesn't see coming, this arm he will see coming, because he's right there over my shoulder. This arm he won't see. We grab, and now he already can't move it. But just to make sure, we grab this arm also. Now we're in total control. He cannot move the knife around. But that's not everything, because he tried to kill me. So I gotta return him the favor. Watch what I do. I step underneath here, and now I'm controlling him with my head, and I can stab his own knife here in the liver. There's no way he can go. I'm pushing with my head to this side, and I'm controlling his wrist. He cannot go anywhere. Stab in the liver. Same situation, but now the guy didn't tell me that he wanted to kill me. So let's imagine that the situation I gave you before, that he said, okay man, you're going to go, I'm going to slit your throat. You got to have to do something. He can now also use this weapon to have people backing up. He can say, back off, because otherwise I'm going to slit his throat. He can do that too. So maybe he is not intending, he's only bluffing. Again, 1, 2, grab this, go here, do the same thing, but now maybe you want to be a little bit more nice and stab his leg enough, and maybe also grab it over, grab the head like this, and the knife will drop. From here, of course, kick to the head, and I'll probably, when you do that with the shin, we'll finish this whole situation. Choke attacks from the front in a standing position. This happens a lot to women. They do this a lot to women. I think it's a stupid choke, because nobody will choke you like this. If somebody chokes me, he will always have his legs right there. When I kick him in the groin, bang, that already would be an attack. But let's take care first of gripping, taking away the choke, because maybe you're already hurt, okay, and you need to take away the choke. We call it plucking. A good friend of mine told me, one second, Darren Levine from Krav Maga, he told me, if you grab a baby by the throat, he will automatically do this. When he said that, I was on stage with a seminar in Florida, and I couldn't stop laughing for half an hour because I was visualizing myself, him grabbing a baby. But it's an automatic reflex the human has, okay? So when he grabs the throat, pluck it to the side, and from here, sky is the limit. You can go for the groin, boom, and then for the knee and the head, boom. But what you can do also here is go forward and see how I headbutt. I never headbutt like this, because the only thing he has to do is that. And I'm going to hit it like this, and my face is going to be crushed. I'm going to go in like this, straight forward with a headbutt, follow up, right straight, left hook, and I'm going to finish the situation. Now, we have another one. If we turn around, and let's say this is a wall right here, and we're standing, and he's choking me again. Now I can throw my right hand over, and this is not going to cost you any effort. Bang! Right elbow, boom! Left straight, kick to the head, and again, use the ambience. Take anything, go back, grab this bottle, hit the bottle in his face. You can use everything. It's a street fight, anything goes. Another choke. Choke from the front, again, double choke. Okay, stick your hands in and under his throat. It's already broke. And you see what you're doing right now. The power of a punch is when you create distance. If I stand close to him, there is no power. The real power comes from here, when your fist travels a long time. And that's what it's doing right now. Boom! One punch probably will do the trick. We have another choke. One choke, like he's grabbing me by the throat, and he wants maybe to hit with the other arm. He's standing like this. Go over, grab the inside of his palm. And let's turn around now to show you what I'm doing. Watch. I'm grabbing the inside of his hand like this. And believe it or not, this is a very strong move. 1, 2. Support his elbow. And now I'm going to turn around again so you guys can see what I can do. I can, of course, kick him in the head. But if I really want to be, I can put my knee on and break the arm. And here we have a choke defense that I kind of came up with. It's very strange, block it on the inside, because normally you wouldn't do that, but I follow it up with a headbutt, and I'm going to throw him in a hip throw. Now watch, I'm going to go in slow-mo. He's choking me. I break the choke. Right away, I come in with the forehead again, straight in for the headbutt, underhook. While I get the underhook, I'm stepping a little bit away from him, so if I pull him, he's already off balance. And now, boom, I throw him. Once he's here, right straight to the head. Now, I can easily fall backwards and make an armbar. I wouldn't do that. Make sure his body cannot move that way. Step over, and all you have to do is a real loud snap like this, and it's over. The arm is broken. Always try to avoid to go to the ground. Okay, there could be friends of his standing there, and they're going to help him, of course. They're going to kick you in the head if you're on the ground. Okay, so never go to the ground. Finish it, stand up, get away as fast as you can. I just showed you the armbar, and now I know that there are no friends from him around. So I can do a little bit more damage. Okay? We can punch him underneath the armpit. It's very effective. Right away, the liver is connected here. With your knee on the liver. Of course, you can do the same on the head. You can step over, start hitting him, and of course can hold the head and just crush with the foot to the face. And then get out of the situation. The blood choke from the back. You have to react fast now because it's a blood choke. That means he's going to cut off this artery. He's going to cut off this artery. You're going to have about 5 seconds time to deliver, okay? Otherwise you'll be knocked out and God knows what he's going to do to you if you're down, okay? So let's do this. He's got you in a choke. Right away when he puts it on, you're going to step to the side here. Keep holding it tight. It's okay. Step to the side. And be here. Now grab the back, and if he is wearing pants, you can grab his pants and lift him up. Now I can throw him on his back. Or, we saw the ambience here, and I saw this thing before. Maybe I can ram him, boom, into that thing. Okay, but whatever you do, if you throw him with yourself, your own body weight on you. Boom! He will break your fall. And 205 pounds are going to be on top of him. I bet you he's going to let go. And there's always a dirtier way to play the game. He's choking me from the back. He's got the choke, step to the side, and from here, boom, in the groin, lift him up, take him down, or slam him with his back into this little thing right there. Watch again. Choke, step to the side, on his back, elbow to the groin, grab him up, and we know from there what to do. Take him down, slam him into this corner. It's your choice. Hey, we have somebody new in the game. Scott Harmon. Scott, thank you very much for doing this. He's going to be the bigger partner because now he's going to choke me and he's going to lift me off my feet. And then there is no stepping away because there is no floor that I can step on. Okay, now the choke he's going to do on me, he's going to not really choke me because if he's going to choke me and I try to explain in between, you're going to hear this. Hello, you stepping right. I look like Donald Duck, so that's not going to happen, okay? So he's going to choke me a little bit under my jaw, but just to show you what you still can do. You can always try, okay? Never, ever let him take that choke, because if you're out, God knows what they're going to do with you. All right, here we go. He's choking me and he's going to lift me up. Oh, I'm loose. Okay, one, kick to the knees, or maybe a heel, especially lift me high up. Heel to the balls, and I can lean forward, try to throw myself forward and go back with a headbutt to the head. So, kick to the leg, heel to the groin, and then let yourself all the way go like this and come back with a headbutt to the side. Bring your legs up, go back, he has to bend, headbutt backwards, and he's going to fly. A lot of people think going to the side, what we see in the movies, but there is no power in this because you cannot create any distance. You're going to wear yourself out and you're throwing away valuable seconds because 5 seconds it's going to take before you're going to be choked out, okay? Go for the 4 points. Knee, groin, and then bring your leg up one more time. Watch this. It's going to be very difficult if he pulls me up. Pull me up. And I do this, see? Whoa, boom, headbutt. There it is. And maybe now you can step back. I can do the same thing with him. Lift him up and take him down. Okay, now he has the choke, but now his body is joining in, and that's something you don't want to have, because you only have the 5 seconds. You got to take care of the problem really fast. Also, if you're going to take him down and you're going to fall on the ground with him, and his body is not gone far away enough, he will be there and he's going to kick you in the head. So there's a certain thing that you can do. This is what we're going to try. It's always trying. It's never 100% proof. But if you don't try, you're going to lose anyway. So let's try. He's choking me from behind, and his partner comes in. I go kick in the groin, and here probably I want to push him away, because now he's away. Take him down. Boom. Land him in on the ground, and then I can take care of his body and kick him in the head, anything I want to do. Turn around and see what he is up to, because you never know what's going to happen. Maybe he survived the thing and he's standing. Okay? Keep your opponents always in front of you. Never ever turn your back. And again, that's what I said in the opening of this show. The bear hug from behind with your 2 arms caught. Normally this is a situation that you have when his partner is going to try to beat you up. But first let's see what we can do without a partner. Okay, he's bear hugging me, and he's a big guy and he's strong. Now what I need to do is expand as much as I can by breathing in. At the moment I'm going to release my breath, I'm going to drop, because his grip will still be this. It's like this. The grip is like this. I expand by breathing in, and then suddenly I drop. His grip is still like this while I'm out. Okay, so watch. He's got me tight. I go this. Breathe in, and now I drop. Boom, elbow, and I will probably go for a single leg takedown, and right away get up. Kick, finish the situation, or get out. Okay, but now he's got a partner, because I told you before, normally when they hold you like this, they cannot do anything. What you can do also, by the way, is headbutt backwards, and never ever forget the heel in the groin. Okay, it's very important to do. Now his partner is coming, and again, go for the groin kick, and maybe boom, kick him double away. Breathe in, drop, elbow, and take him down. His body comes, bang, bang, go there, and now make sure that they both are there. Now, a real good thing to do right now, if one of his body would behind him, stand behind him, is try to keep. It's very difficult to show you right now because we're in a small situation here. But if his body would move to the right, I would go to this side. I would try to keep his body behind him all the time. Bang, 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 like I'm fighting him. You see, keep his body away, so you're fighting only one person. Now this situation happened in Kiev to me with a known fighter, Paul Verhoeven. He was drunk, I was drunk, and it was all in good play, and he grabbed me from the back and he started biting in my back. Now because he was drunk, he didn't realize how hard he was biting, and he was biting through my skin. When I came home, the teeth were through my skin. So I did this to him. He grabbed me, and there I told him to let me go, and he didn't let me go. I asked him again. I said, don't bite, don't bite, don't do it. I started pushing his wrist, breaking it, grabbing my own wrist, and now I stepped out. And luckily for me, over here there was a window. So I thought, let's throw him through the window. I went whang, and he went through the window, out to the hospital to get some stitches. But like I said, when he came back, we were all friends again. Okay, so one more time. He's got you here. Now, you want to throw him away, and you got to go fast. This is a situation that's not very dangerous. Again, you can headbutt, and again, the heel to the groin. I choose for this move. Push you down, break it, and now you got to swing. Watch what I do. I step out, and I twist my upper body like this, and then you will throw him away. It's the upper body movement that sets him off. Now this headlock we see a lot in the movies. And I don't know why people are doing this even on the streets. I used to win all my fights with it actually because nobody had the defense. But when you know the defense, man, this is going to be so wild you cannot believe. I'm going to show you what you can do with your opponent if he has you in the headlock. Now, he's got you like this. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I'm stepping underneath him. I make sure that my butt is under my body. I'm not going to lift him like this. No, I'm going to lift him with my legs. 1, 2, I can lift him as high as I can, and I can just let him go and then throw him on the floor. But I can do this. Up, and I go down with him like this. Boom. That's the way I finish him. But because he's my friend, and this floor is pretty solid, I don't want to take a risk and be without a sparring partner. Alright, now the same headlock, but now the person that is going to apply the neck lock on you, he hit your wife, or your girlfriend, or maybe he hit your kid, or he loves his dog, maybe he kicked his dog. So now we are very angry, and we don't like it just to take him down and get him all the breath out of his lungs. No, we want to pay him back because he was hitting something that's very vulnerable to us, very valuable. Okay, so this is what I would do. Actually, I will show you first a thing that I wouldn't do. I wouldn't hit him in the groin, because then maybe he's going to let you go. It's a possibility you can kick him in the head, but why not give him a little damage that he's going to regret for about 5 or 6 months. Watch. He grabs you in the leg lock. Boom, you lift him up. You're going to slam him down. Bang! And here he is. Grab the knee. Grab this. Step over. Fall backwards. Whoop! And now we got an inverted heel hook. I'm going to pull this heel to me. Whoop. And you see I twist his under leg. Here I twist it the other way around. It's like a kind of exorcist move. I did this to an opponent in Japan, Takahashi, and I actually broke his shin bone with this move. Normally his knee will blow out. This time with Takahashi he broke his shin bone. Okay? And all because he was hitting my wife. And that one just came extra. Okay, the bear hug from the front. I know it doesn't happen a lot, but if you're in the countryside, those kind of people, they like to squeeze and just crunch you. And you have to break the grip, because those guys, you know, they walk around and they're very strong. They really can do some damage. Okay, so you got to get out fast. The first thing that I would do is always simple go to the groin. So if he grabs me, lifts me up, go back, boom, knee to the groin. There are more ways. I'm going to put myself down now, because otherwise he has to carry me all the time. But imagine that he's still holding me up, and he's holding me tight. I can try to go under his jaw and create some distance. Once distance is there, elbow. Or if he's really strong and I can push whatever he wants and he keeps his head forward, I can slip over to his eyes, put my fingers in his eyes, and I bet you that he's going to go back, then support the jaw and elbow under the jaw. And there is actually one more, and you see people doing this in the movies, and it's not only a movie thing. This one really works. He bear hugs you, and if his head is backwards, go with the flat hands and hit on the ears. This will break his eardrum, and trust me, I did a pro wrestling match one time, and somebody hit me with the flat hand. It goes wheep in your ear, and your balance is off. This really works. Bang! Don't stay with that. Follow it up with some punches. And of course, that will be the end. Okay, now we have a dangerous situation on our hands. We have two attacks. It could be three, but we have one here. And we have one there at the back of the bar. Now, they're going to close me in. And you do not want to be closed in. You want to have them in front of you. Right away, I cannot go for the escape there anymore because he's here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn, I'm going to put my back against the wall, or better yet, a corner, which we don't have here, but we have a wall. So I'm going to run back while they're coming to me. I'm going to go here, 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 and now I face them both. Now at least I can start fighting two guys in one place. Otherwise I will have one guy here and one guy here, and that is not going to work. I'm going to lose that battle. If that happens, one guy here, just turn away, walk here, and then confront them both again. But the best thing is to go back with your back against the wall so you can see them both. And you get good control, and nobody can attack you from the back. Now, if you expect a violent confrontation, and you see that the guy has a knife, or maybe he already has a beer bottle in his hand, you have to do something. If you sit at a table, and there is no beer bottles, and there are no glasses, you need a weapon too. I would advise you to take a weapon too. Simple car keys, house keys, will do the trick here. You can see I actually have a cuff key. You never know, police officers, I'm very sorry. I put one in between this finger, and the other one I put in between these two fingers. And you can see that right now I have a stabbing device. I can go right straight to the face, and I promise you, that will hurt. Okay, I'm sitting at the bar, minding my own business, and you always have those people that come in and looking for trouble. So, imagine it happens. Somebody comes in and is going to look for trouble. You see right at his face that this is no good.
I'm sitting in my seat, man.
Okay, this position is not a good position for me. There's no way I can use body movement a lot. I cannot use the floor a lot. The only thing I can do is maybe go for a headbutt, but it's not probably going to knock him out. What you want to do is get on your feet. Right away you say, okay, I'm sorry. Bang, bang, bang. No, I'm not. Okay, so if they do that, you got to pay him back.
I got a question for you. How'd you get that fat chick through the doors, man? Do you have to butter? Was that huge thing you brought in with you, man?
Listen, man, okay, now let's stop this whole situation here. You see how confident this person is? But he sits in a total wrong position. Somebody's telling me that about my wife. I'm sorry, sir, but I'm going to break your leg. And I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to say, listen, fella, this is the thing. See what I'm doing? I'm leaning on his knee. And he is still very confident because he's got his two buddies right here. They're going to jump in at the moment I do something. I grab his toes and then I'm going to go like that. And I promise you that this knee will be shattered. Now I got two people only to take care of. But that probably would be like a Jackie Chan roundhouse kick. No, probably I would take off. Maybe I would hit one and just try to avoid the rest of the confrontation. Okay, somebody's going to grab you by the wrist. Either it's a cop who tries to put the handcuffs on you or just somebody else out of the blue. I just want to show you this technique. Whether you're going to use it or not, maybe nobody's going to grab you by the wrist like that. But hey, if they do, at least you're going to have a defense. A defense, that is. If he grabs you to the wrist like this is what you're going to do. You're going to trap his hand, roll over, turn your hand, and now bring him down. He will go down and knee him in the head. Now, watch this. If I don't hold his hand, he will simply roll out. So it doesn't work. Most important thing from this whole submission move, the wrist lock, is when he grabs, to hold this tight, go over and push him down, kick him in the head, or if you have the chance, knee him in the head. Okay, now, more ways to break a grip. You don't have to take him down like I did before. You simply can slide out. Always go to the opening of the thumb. You see, you want to switch and you want to go out there. It's very understandable that if you keep your wrist thick, you're not going to get out. You see, you got to slip here, you make it thin, and you slip out. So let's see how this looks. He can grab me any way. He just grabs me like this. I can turn, twist, and get out. If he grabs me with the other arm, I twist and grab out. If he grabs me here, I twist over and get out. If he grabs me like this, again, I twist and get out. Now, more important, because he's not grabbing your wrist for no reason. He's probably trying to grab your wrist to get on into action. So, you want to follow it up. Break the grip and go for something. He gets your arm, you break the grip, bang, right straight. Or he grabs it again, go out, bang, left straight. Always follow it up. Go to the side. This is not going to work. Slip, pull it out, and counter. Always counter. I'm going over some weird, very strange situations, but they might happen. This situation is for when somebody grabs you by the hair. Now, I don't have any hair. But if you do have hair and somebody grabs you from the back, there are things that you can do. Okay, let's imagine I have hair. Okay, I'm standing here. If somebody's grabbing me by the hair, I do this. Hold him tight as I can, and make a turn. And now I got an arm bar on him. While I got the arm bar, this is the full kick in the groin. Boom! Right there. Okay, once again, very important. When he grabs, to hold his hand as tight as you can. I'm pushing down as hard as I can. I make a turn, and I get up. And you see, I got an arm bar on him. Boom! Kick in the groin. And then maybe after that, bang! Right straight. And you're going to finish the situation. I'm standing here, and as always, El Guapo is minding his own business. And suddenly,
Hey, guy.
wrong move. Don't do that to El Guapo. I'm going to turn over and go bang right straight, boom, kick in the head, and God knows what more. Okay, so let's see this technique one more time. He grabs my shoulder, and he can grab it like he's holding my t-shirt. Like that, you know, hey, that's going to be even better now. He's grabbing my t-shirt. He's totally locked. There's no defense. He's totally open. Bang, left straight, boom, kick in the head. And there he goes. Another one, a barroom punch, you know, the big haymaker. Sometimes it can be a hook. It can be even the same exact punch that we had the haymaker before. Now I'm going to step in at the moment he makes the haymaker. I'm going to block it. I'm going to wrap his arm around. And first I'm going to palm strike him. Palm strike because it's a big palm. It always connects underneath his jaw. Finish it up with an elbow. And God knows what more. Let's take a look at it. He's going to come in. It's going to be swing, block, wrap, palm strike, boom, elbow, and goes what more. I can go punch, or I can even go, if I punch him back, go here, whoop, with a throw, and while he's on the ground, I can do pretty much anything, boom, I want, or just walk out. Now, I have a big problem with people doing this to me that will break their finger. I did it in Sweden with the big barroom fight, but also I don't like people to push me, to touch me. And it always comes in a pattern. It's almost like a jab. They say, hey buddy, hey man, what do you want? What do you want? It's like a pattern. If they do that, you can catch up that pattern and you can prepare yourself for a really nice move. So he's busy, he's pushing me.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Well, suddenly I grabbed good control of his wrist, and this I'm pushing up as hard as I can. And now I'm leaning forward, and that is going to give him a lock on his wrist. From here, you see, I have a free knee, full knee strike to the head. Now let's see what actually happens. I grab his wrist and pull it against my chest. If I'm going to lean over now, nothing really is going to happen because he's going to bend his arm. You see, nothing really happens. I'm going to make sure that his arm cannot go down by supporting it like this. I'm going to push up as hard as I can. Okay, and now I'm leaning forward and he will go down. Once he's down, boom, knee to the head. End of the story. Now this situation is also a situation what happened to me, and it really works. But you have to follow it up right away with punches and strikes. Very important, because he's not going to sit there forever. You're going to hurt him, you're going to distract him, and right away you can start bouncing around. Okay, he's going to grab you by the shirt. Now watch what I'm doing. I grab his arm and pull it against my chest. Now I hit with my knuckles in here, and this will hurt him because I'm pulling. Ow, bang, bang, bang. And that's the finish. It's going to hurt him. Look, one more time. I'm grabbing his arm. It's full power. I hit his wrist. This is a wrist lock right here. I pull it. Ow, bang, bang. Anything you want to do will finish the job. The next move is a standing side choke. Very effective. You can do a lot of fun things with it. Watch this. If the guy has his arm around your neck, and you know these people, they're talking to you, you know what's going on. Something's going to go wrong, and you want to choke the guy out. This is what you're going to do. Support his arm, so you can go underneath his armpit. 1, 2, catch his arm, and now my biceps is taking out here, is cutting off, his blood flows into the brain, and his own bicep is going to cut off this artery to his brain, and together, when I squeeze together, he's going to get choked. But what if he has no friends around him, and he's the only person there? We can do fun games. We can actually hip throw him to the side, he goes to the ground, we choke him out, and then once he's choked out, we can do games like pull the pants down and hide the spice bottle. It's a fun thing to do. And it will get a lot of laugh out of a lot of people. Now watch this choke. We're only going to go over the side, the standing choke right now, okay? I'm not going to throw him, but I want you to see it from this angle. I'm supporting arm, because now I can go underneath his armpit, like this, and I step in. I grab, I push my right hand, left hand against the side of his head, and I squeeze everything together, and watch, he will tap. If he doesn't tap, within 3 to 5 seconds, he will be out. And you still can do the same game, pulling the pants down and try to hide the bottle. One more angle, and now he knows to escape a side choke, which is going to try to pull his arm out. Watch how I prevent that. Okay, he's standing there. I'm going to go grab the neck, post his underarm so I can go underneath. 1, 2, and I look at him. Look, he can try to pull his arm out. He can't. I'm defending with my jaw. And I choke him. Out. And he's already dizzy. We move to a place where we have mats, because I think it's very important to keep my sparring partner alive. And we're going to do some rolling around, and for myself also, I don't want to have any bruises. It's not only him, it's also protection for myself. We're going to start with somebody's grabbing you from behind. Most of the time he will do that so that somebody else can attack, and we're going to have the same situation as we had in the bar. Just kick the groin, kick him away, and then take care of the person who is holding you. Okay? We had the breaking the arm before, we had the headbutts, the heel into the groin, we had it all. What we didn't do was a rolling knee bar. Now I told you that it's not very smart to go to the ground in a street fight, but if you know that there are no people around and you think you can get away with it, this will be a good thing to do. Okay, so if he grabs you and there is no partner, this is what you're going to do. He grabs me around, even if his feet are not behind my feet, I'm going to make sure that his foot is going to be between my legs. Now I'm going to roll over, I grab his leg, with the other one I grab this leg, and I'm going to roll into a knee bar. Alright? Here we go. 1, 2, and roll. I keep holding his leg, and now I reposition. I put the heel behind my throat here on the side. I control his heel, and now I bridge, and that is a knee bar. Okay, one more time, different angle, and I'm going to tell you something that I forgot to tell you the first time. If somebody grabs you from the back, there is a possibility that he's going to suplex you, so I would like hook his leg. with one leg. Now he can't throw. He cannot throw you. You don't have to be worried for that. Okay, also, now you already have a leg here in the middle. The only thing you have to do is to grab, roll over, put him on his back, and you see here you have the knee. You put his toes to the side of your throat, grab the heel, and extend. And he taps. A major mistake that a lot of people make is they try to roll and extend like this. I have no place to extend like this. I gotta put him on his side, like this, and now I extend. This is very important. See? Now I can go all the way backwards, but then of course I keep holding this leg, and he's gonna break his leg. Alright, he grabs you by the back. Make sure he cannot throw you. Okay, so grab and hook his leg. You have his leg right here. Dive over, roll over, grab his other foot. 1, 2, 3, up. Right here we go. We extend and we pull the heel. We control his toes with my neck like this, and now we extend. And I can go all the way like this. So you can understand what would happen with this leg if I would keep holding. Now the next move is not going to give him a lot of comfort, because the last time I did this move on the tape, on the self-defense tape, way back, I broke somebody's rib with it. So I'm going to try this time to play it cool, so don't you worry. It's called the full Nelson. In Holland they call it the double Nelson. It's a pretty tough hold. It will push your head all the way forward, and it's a hold that bouncers used to use to push you out of the bar. Now, put it on. If he puts it on and he pulls my head forward, that's powerful. It's difficult for me to go back with the arm power. Try to hold me. See, I cannot go back. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I grab my hands together and try to hold me back. I push up like this. I use the power of my hands. Now I go back to the side. Hey, he is already going. Right at time. Push back, go to the side, grab his legs, whoop, and now I'm going to land on him. Boom. I'm not going to do it because, like I said, I broke somebody's ribs with it. Not everybody attacks you with a punch on the street. You also have the so-called Bruce Lees attacking you with kicks. They get all things, you know, they put their shoes out, they take them off, and then they attack you. Now, the first thing that you have to do is step with the kick that he makes. I can honestly tell him right now that he can kick me as hard as he can. Kick me as hard as he can, and watch what I'm going to do. And I'm going to just step to the side, and the kick will have no impact. Kick. See, there's nothing. I get out of his range, so I step to the side, very important, and then I'm going to grab his leg. So don't take the kick, grab his leg, because he's going to hurt you, and maybe you're going to go down. Okay, so one more time. Distraction is what we need. If we're not going to punch him, he's not busy with doing something. If I grab his leg, listen, if I kick and he grabs my leg, bang, bang, I start punching. So he needs to be distracted. Okay, so when he kicks here, whoop, bang, bang, he's defending himself. From that moment on, grab the leg, now turn in, whang! And that already hurt him, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem.
Same kick, same step to the side, same grab, same distraction. Now take him down. The takedown I'm going to do now is I'm going to go down with him, so he will land on his back. If I'm on the street, I will have his leg, I will take him down, and I hold him up high. He will land on his head, as you understand. Okay? I tried to explain to you this when I show it on him. First, I'm going to be Mr. Nice Guy. He kicks. I'm going to go step to the side, punch, punch, distraction, just take him on the ground, boom, kick in the groin, boom, maybe kick him, bang, kick to the face, anything I want. It's a street fight. Now imagine that if I would have held his leg like this and I would have I would have swept him, he would have landed on his head, which probably would have ended the fight right there. Okay? So in a street fight, you don't go down with him, you keep straight, you sweep and keep straight, and he's going to land on his head, as you can see now. One more time for this angle. First Mr. Nice Guy, and then I show you how to do it with not to be Mr. Nice Guy. He kicks, step to the side, distraction, punch, whoop, take him down, punch here, kick in the groin, kick to the face, get out of the situation. And again, like I said before, if I'm going to sweep him and I'm going to keep him this high and I sweep this leg right now and I keep it high, he's going to land on the back of his head. This is a mat. Outside, it's concrete. Okay, here we go. Same kick. Of course, you can do it also with the left kick. Everything we show here with right, you can do also with left. You have to practice that because there are people who kick you, who will attack you with the left kick. Okay, so that's very important. Train left kicks and right kicks. Okay, we're going to step to the side and do the same thing. Watch. He kicks. I go to the side. Punch. Grab his neck this time. Start knee and grab him. Push him down and grab him like this. Now watch what I'm going to do. My hands are hooked like this, not like this. This has no power. Like this, and I keep it tight, try to break it. It's not going to work. Okay, go back. Try to break it now. See, there is no hold there. You have to do it like this. Now I want to knee him. I can knee him as many times as I want because he cannot defend it. Try to defend my knee. You see, he can't. So you can play around a little bit here. You can even kick him in the groin. But what you can also do is step to the side, pull him around, put your leg forward, and now lean backwards. And there you have it, the crucifix. And like we did before, different camera angle. Grab his neck this time. Now let his leg go and start kneeing. Push him down, grab, and grab tight, like I told you. From here, watch. He cannot defend. Here, he cannot defend the head. He cannot defend the body. I can bring these as long as I want. Now, I switch my hips, and I'm going to throw him. Boom, like this. Make sure your right leg comes forward, right away, lean backwards, and that is the crucifix. Now on the street you always have these people that come running in very aggressively. I have to tell you one thing now. A lot of takedowns that wrestlers do are takedowns that they fall on their knee. You do not want to do that on the street because you're going to shatter your kneecap. Okay? So you got to bring your body low and then take him down. Take him down, mount him and finish him off. That's what we're going to do. These are the people who are use drugs, or they're very aggressive, they're drunk, and they run in and they will come for you right away. That's exactly what I want. Okay? So we're standing, and he's coming running in. Climb on top. Once we're on top, start punching away, elbowing. And when he lays down, and he's really not a nice person, you can always go for a right kick to finish the job. Okay, one more time. And remember, the saying, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. It's totally true. Because the harder he comes rushing in, the more easy it is for you to take him down. What you're doing, he comes running in. You only have to stop him, he falls down, you take the mount, and then you start beating on him. Watch. He's standing, he comes in, and here we are. And he can defend what he wants, but you can push his hands away and start beating. Or, if you don't want to hurt your hands, elbowing to that. That would do it. From here, maybe a soccer knee or a soccer kick. Anything to finish the fight. Okay, now we have been here before. Like when he threw me the hook, you remember, and I went bang, bang, and then go for a throw. Or he throws the kick, and I grab the kick, and I punch, distract him, and I can close the distance. Many of these situations, I can close the distance. Now once I close the distance, I'm going to be here. Watch what I'm doing. I'm not going to step here, because now if he pulls me backwards, I'm going to fall backwards. No, I want to step a little bit away from him, and I'll pull him to me, so he's already off balance, you see? The only thing that I'd have to do right now, look, is standing up straight. His feet are loose, he can't do anything anymore. Whoop, hip throw. But you're going to keep holding his triceps. Watch what I'm doing now. I'm going to go to the camera, I bring this up, I break his neck like that. This is when somebody is threatening you with your life, of course. You do not want to do this in a fight, in a legit fight. You will break his neck, he will die. Okay? He will tap already. Now you can understand what happens if I do this. It's over and out. There is always a situation that maybe he got you in a guillotine choke. So that you made a mistake and he's got you in a choke. Don't worry, this is an easy one to escape. What you want to do first is step to the side, to the opposite side. Go with your left arm in between his legs. Now lift him up, and then you're going to slam him down, or on his head, or on his back. If he keeps holding you, don't worry. The only thing you have to do is cross-face and pull yourself out. And then, of course, it's starting time again. Punching anything you want, even knees to the head. Again, we clinched up with somebody and we're going to throw him. Now, this I really would suggest you not to do if you don't want to hurt anybody. This is again a life and death situation. Okay? You do this move, just pretty much the guy's going to die, or you're going to put him in a wheelchair. It's very dangerous to do. So really, watch out. We have the hip throw, like I did before, stepping away, pulling him. Only now, when I start throwing him, I'll land on my knees and I will land him straight into the ground. I cannot do this with power because he's going to break his neck. But officially, it would look like this. If he gets out of the way, and I would throw him, and know that without you, I would grab him and I would do this. Boom! Throw his head into the ground. So you make a hip throw, not on your feet, but you land on your knees. And here you will throw his head into the concrete. One more time. This time, better camera angle. Watch out. Don't do this in training. Step. Pull him on you and land on your knees. Boom. You're going to throw him. He is sliding off my hip right now, but trust me, you do this live speed, it's going to be over. He's going to be head first into the concrete. So again, very dangerous. Now we're in the position that your opponent has you by the neck. Maybe he hit you a few times to the head and he connected. You're a little dizzy, he grabs your head and he starts kneeing you. Now most important is to block those knees, of course. When you let those knees start to get the full range, they're going to hurt. So if I'm going to block here and he knees me, trust me on this, it's going to go straight through my defense. I want to block his knee there. This is not going to do anything. And he tries to block with right and left. Hold your arms here. When he gets a pattern, go to the side and grab it. Grab his back and lift him up and land him on his back again. Boom. Once he's on the ground, again what you can do, hold the leg, kick in the groin, step over, make a leg, break the leg, or kick him in the face. Many options here. On the street, when people take you down, it's normally when they're drunk. You know, every situation, every fight situation normally comes because of alcohol. You know, or somebody says something about his wife or girlfriend, and there's a lot of anger, so people rush in. They're not relaxed like in a fight. They just come and try to take you down. Don't panic. If you feel that you cannot stop the takedown, stick one leg in between his legs and throw him over you. So you use the momentum from him taking you down and throw him over you. Watch how it looks. Okay, he takes me down. Whoop, I think I go up. And sitting here. Mount position. Bang, bang, bang. I even got his arm caught here. I can do pretty much all the things that I already showed you. One more time. Different camera angle. He shoots in. Whoop, you feel, oh, you're going to lose it. Roll him over. Get up top. Push him. Start hitting him. And do everything that we did before. Takedown defense. Now, we have to walk a fine line here. Because if you have a real wrestler going at you, and he goes for a takedown, he will go for your legs. Now, if you throw your legs away, then he cannot take you down. Because if he cannot grab a leg, you cannot be taken down. Real wrestlers would defend a takedown like this. Watch, I will make the movement. Somebody shoots and they go like this. They land like this. This, I think, is kind of dangerous in a street fight. Because what if he stands in front of me, he fakes a takedown, I do this, and now he kicks me in the head. Boom. So you see, there is this fine line of takedown defense that you have to do. So I think that it's better to dig your hands in, throw your hips back like this, and if it comes down, at least you can block. But you do not want to lay all the way here, because this block is not going to stop it. Okay? You want to be here like this so you can stand up again. So remember, do not do this. That is wrong. It's good in wrestling. It is not good for on the streets. Now, the whole purpose is not to let your leg get grabbed. So if he shoots in, I simply dig him like this, and I keep him here. If I will put my hands outside him, it's very dangerous, because then he can shoot straight through and still grab a leg. Whoop. And once he got the leg, let's go. He's got me, and he can go for a takedown. So stay away from him. Stay away here and keep your hands over here. Your feet are a little bit like shoulder wide. You'll understand that if the foot is here, that he can grab his leg now. See? He can grab it. Once he can grab it, and he grabs it with both hands, he's going to take you down. Okay, now, if he goes for a single leg takedown and he's going to get your leg, there is something that you can do. Watch. He's going to take you down. Oh, he's got a leg. Cross face him and twist him to the side and get away from him. I was training with Carlos Newton, and he did this. Watch this. I got your single leg. I will show it to him. You cross face me. Carlos Newton did this, and when he turned 360 degrees, and then he took me down. But there are not many people like him. And that's why I say, don't take the risk. Cross face him and walk away. Because if you walk away, he cannot shoot anymore. Now he goes for a single leg, but now head is not going to be on this side, it's going to be on this side, because he wants to push me to this side. I got to push his head down as hard as I can and start bridging with my hips. That's why we do a lot of dips for this exercise. He shoots in, and he gets the single leg. Okay, push down as hard as you can, squeeze your hips out, and now maybe start kneeing his head or just walk away. Now, the next single leg takedown, he's not going to put his head against this side, but against this side, because he's going to push here, and he's going to try to push me to this side. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to push his head down. That's why we do a lot of dips, to make our arms strong for takedown defense. If you push his head to the ground, he cannot take you down. You can squirrel out, and I will show you how to do it right now. He's going to shoot in. He's got the leg, boom. You start pushing, and squirrel your way out. And once you're here, you can start raining knees, or just get up, and you can go bang, kick him in the head. Finish him off like that. Now, we're going to start on the ground. So imagine that your opponent did take you down. You couldn't stop the takedown. To teach you how to go to a guard position, from somebody having a mount on you to the guard position, it's going to take a while, and I advise you to buy the Big Book of Combat. The Bas Rutten's Big Book of Combat, okay? Because I will explain everything in that. This right now is street fighting. So imagine he took me down, and I have him in the guard. These are things that I should do. For a woman the most of the time when they're like this, because this is the rape position, of course, they will grab her throat. But the only thing a woman has to do is grab the triceps, sweep the hip out, cross face to the side, and go for an armbar. I will show you from this side. He's grabbing me by the throat, he's choking me, grabbing the tricep, open up, cross face, go high up, and go for armbar. Sometimes the woman is not that strong, and he probably wants to go in between the legs. So if he puts one leg in there, she should go one time and over here, and she can have a side choke. A side choke, it is very important to put it on right. If I put my foot in an angle like this, it is not going to work. I need to move my hips in such a way that my leg, my shin bone, is going to be in the same line as his shoulders. You see, the only thing I have to do now is catch it. Otherwise, I need to grab it from here to here. It's all useless. Why not do it in one time? 1, 2, 3, got it, pull the head, and that's it. Another thing, look at his veins. He was choked out already almost. Another thing I would do, if he would sit up and he would try to strike me, maybe hold him here and push him away and get up. As fast as you can. So push him away, then use your feet and get out of the situation. Also, if he strikes you, if he wants to strike, just grab the neck. Can't stop. This is it. Try to strike. See? You can see everything coming. Just hold him tight and go for the strike. If he's going to make one mistake, maybe you can push here. Boom. And we got a triangle choke again. You see? But that is very advanced. This is not really street fighting. I would do it, but the most important thing is, especially when he's got friends around him, to get away. So what I would do, probably push him and get him away and get up and stand up again. Because this is where I'm very dangerous too. And you can run from the friends. Another real good thing to try is to keep him low, like this, so he can't strike. Now, I'm going to open my guard, but I got to react fast, because otherwise he's going to pass my guard. That is, if they're smart, and if they know what to do on the ground. And most of the time, 98% of the people don't know what to do. They're normal people. 2% are real fighters. Maybe 1, I don't know. Okay, here we go. I'm going to skip hips out, and I'm going to put my knee on his chest. And you see my left leg I put on the floor. This will prevent his knee from pushing out. So, because if I'm going to push him to the side and he shoves his knee out like that, he's not going to fall. No, I'm going to put my foot here on the ground. I don't have to push. The only thing I have to do is to stretch my right leg and to get on top. They call this move a scissor leg, a scissor move. But I wouldn't say that. Because a scissor move, for me, would look in the camera like this. If you're going to try to do this move with a person, it's not going to work. You got to skip your hips like this, put the left foot on the floor, this knee on the chest, and just the only thing you have to do is to stretch your leg. You will be amazed how easy it is to flip them over. As you can see, Amir traded his beautiful Hustler shirt, because he loves Hustler, for this shirt, because I told him, maybe I'm going to rip your shirt this time. This technique is very good for people who are wearing a jacket. You grab him here, you headbutt him, boom! And from here, you're going to throw him with holding the jacket, bang! And finish him off. Here again, different camera angle. Grab him, boom! Headbutt, step in there, use the shirt. To take him down. I've been traveling a lot around the United States with the Krav Maga people, Amir Peretz and Darren Levine. Those two people are the people who teach FBI, CIA, the Special Forces. They teach the people who guard the nukes. Those guys are phenomenal with weapons. And obviously, I picked some things up along the way. So I'm going to show you only 2 gun defenses. Because for the real gun defenses, you have to go to them. KravMaga.com. Okay? Remember that. Those guys know everything. You can put a gun here, here, here on the back, anywhere you want. They're going to take it away. I give you 2 of my favorites and the ones that I really know, because all the other ones are not difficult, but they know exactly how to explain it and I don't. Okay? One is the gun to the front. If somebody stands like this, it doesn't really matter if he stands here or here or here, as long as you can reach the gun. If he stands like this, watch the first move you're going to do. You're going to rearrange. You're going to redirect the line of fire. I'm standing right here. Most of the times, they will probably say, put your hands up.
Put your hands up.
That's exactly. He expects a movement, and you see he already misses me. I show you from this angle. Watch this. You don't see the gun right now, but you see that I only have to do this. He's already missing me. That's a little movement. Don't do this. You don't need it. Okay? One more time from this side. He stands there and suddenly he's already missing you. Now you're going to step in with force with your left foot. You're going to step next to his right foot. You're going to step in and with your 2 knuckles, you push the gun here on his hips. Bang! You come in with a punch. You go underneath and you're going to pull the gun out like this. You're going to step away. And now he is the one who's going to pay. Give me your wallet. Give me your wallet. Okay. Okay, one more time. Rearranging the line of fire. Whoop. Controlling the weapon. Counterattack, distraction, because obviously he's going to fight to get this weapon back. No, bang, I'm going to start hitting him. Maybe bang, 2, bang, 3 times. Grab the barrel here. Pull it and outside. Step back, create distance, and you have your opponent right there. The second one, he's going to put a gun in my back. Now, the words I'm going to tell you are the same words that Darren Levine and Amir Peretz are saying. Okay, so I'm just repeating them because they know everything 100% to this. Okay, first of all, you got to look back and see what he has in his other hand. Even if he tells you not to look, an automatic reflex from everybody, and they will expect that too, is that you do take a look. Oh, he got nothing in the other hand. because maybe he holds two fingers in your back and he's got the gun there. Now you're going to do good gun defense. Boom! I'm going to die, okay? So make sure that the other hand is free. Okay, I'm sorry. Everything is cool. Now watch. This is the only move I make. He's already missing me. Okay, we can do it maybe from this side. Watch. He's pushing the gun. Watch what I'm doing. Look. You see the gun? It's already missing. Now I'm going to grab the hand like a handcuff around his wrist. I'm going to step in, a deep step in, all the way, boom, and I'm going to elbow him. I'm going to be this close. I'm going to pull with this and hit him with the elbow. And this is this tight that if he tries to pull out, he's stuck. I'm going to elbow him, bang, bang. Don't go too far because he's going to maybe around you. Just hit him with everything you have. Grab the gun, break it out, hit him with the barrel of the gun, bang, step back, and now you got him. Okay, step by step. Rearrange the line of fire and step in deep. If I'm going to do this, he's going to pull it back. And he's still going to get me. I got to step in deep. So, redirect. He's already missing me. I can see it there. And now I'm going to grab him and step, boom, in here. I got him tight. I pull this and I elbow him like this. Maybe two, bang, maybe start punching. Go for the gun. Break it out of the grip. Maybe hit him with the barrel. Step back and take under control. Most of the time, they will hit the gun, make sure that there's a fresh bullet in the mag, and then they go. Or they grab their own gun to make sure. And there you have it, the end. All good things come to an end, and also this thing has come to an end right now. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. Now, street fighting is totally different than any other fighting. On the streets, everything is legal. Okay? It sounds really strange, everything is legal, because it's pretty much illegal in legal fighting. Let's not get mixed up right here. But anything goes in street fighting. So I want you really to focus on that. If somebody attacks you with a knife, he thinks that he is in power. If you break that power right away to do step in, you're already mentally inside his head. Control the weapon. Don't let him step multiple times. We went over it in the bar. You remember? Okay, all those things. Go for an attack. Somebody who attacks you never expects you to attack back. Because normally, most of the time, they pick their victims. They go and they think, this is going to be an easy victim. And then suddenly you're fighting back. Whoa, that's fucked up. That's there, right there in their mind. They didn't think about that, okay? So you're in there, and that's the way you're going to win a fight. Everything you do it 2 or 3 times harder back. I would say 10 times. Like I told you before, I don't believe in an eye for an eye. I believe in 2 eyes for an eye. They touch me or my family, they're going to get hurt. That's my book. That's just the way I am. If you are the same, hey, good for you. If you're not, maybe also good for you. But that's the way I believe. Now, I've been in many street fights, as everybody knows. I've been all over the world. We went to Sweden. Everybody knows the Sweden story with the 5 bouncers. 3 of them ended up in the hospital. I mean, I got arrested, spent some nights over there in jail. They started the fight. The guy was trying to pick my eyes out. Can you believe that? First he took my one eye out, and then he tried the other eye. I knocked him down. Fight started. But you know, those bouncers have these little microphones, and within like 10 seconds there were 5 bouncers, and me, by myself, fighting these 5 bouncers on a big marble stairs. So, that was a big fight. In Holland, I had this fight against 3 guys, major drug dealers. I didn't know. You know, the big fight going on. And like I say, normally in a fight, if somebody punches me, I take the punch. Just to show him that I can take the punch and that he's not going to knock me out. I'm bluffing. Right there, I break his spirit. I'm talking to these 2 guys. The 3rd one is standing in the back. And suddenly he comes over them and he wants to hit me with a fist. This is what I think. But somebody from above saved me, and I did this. And as you can see here, I got all the scars. He had a glass in his hand. And that's why I told you in the beginning of this whole program, look what they had in their hands. It's very important. Luckily for me, I wasn't that tough guy, boom, give me the punch. Because he would have ruined my face with the glass straight in my eye, wherever my face would have been a big mess. Okay? So stay away from fights. Try to stay away. It looks like almost I'm teaching you fighting is great. If you can avoid a violent confrontation, please do so. But if you get pressed in a certain way and they ask you for money and they shot already 2 people or they did something, now you're not a victim, you're also an eyewitness. You know you're going to die. If you don't do anything, you are going down. Do something, you increase your way of surviving at least by 50%. Do nothing and you're going to fail. You're going to die. Okay, so most of the times, attack. If you're at an ATM machine and you're standing there and the guy asks you for money and you have the feeling that, hey, listen, if I give him the money, everything should be okay, give him the money and that's it. Please, don't give him the eye, don't look at him and say, okay, sir, well, look away. Don't try to make eye contact. You do not want to see his face. He doesn't want to get identified later on. Okay, if you think you can get away with it, get away with it. But if you think, oh, he looks around and he's pulling out a knife, you go. And to go from 0% to 100% is a thing that you have to train. It's not in you. You're going to be, how many times you had to fight a street fight and you're dead tired after 30 seconds because your body is totally relaxed, it's not warm. Why do you think boxers, Thai boxers, NHB fighters, they warm up before a fight? So they have their second wind already in the fight when they step into the cage or in the ring or on the mat, wherever they do. So you don't have that on the street. You have to go from 0 to 100 in 0.1 second. And that's going to take guts and that's going to take a lot of energy. So I really hope you enjoyed this DVD. And again, don't see me as a violent person because I'm really not. But if something happens to you or they touch your family, you got my blessing. Take them out. Hasta la vista, baby. And I got that from Arnold Schwarzenegger, the governor from California.